Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Anu from Desi Plaza TV, and today we have a very, very honorable guest, Mr. Vikas Chawda. He's going to be with us for a few minutes today, and all this time we heard his amazing, beautiful, the words about innovation. So we are going to meet him today and then, just explore a little bit about his thoughts and views. He is a key member of Prime Minister's team, the Innovation Council, and also he's an entrepreneur himself. Of course, we all know about Quantum Leap. And also, he has more than 23 years of experience. So let's introduce him. And definitely, we would like to share a lot of our questions and definitely very successful story and solutions from him. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
My pleasure. I'm very happy.
It's really, an honor and pleasure to have you here because it's really such a, interesting thing that we can actually share a lot of our questions, but not in 20 minutes. We'll try our best to cover everything about your innovation. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for connecting me to the wider audience through this amazing medium of television. And my journey, I'm basically a mechanical engineer from REC or NIT from India, and I did my MBA in marketing. I worked for around 16 years for multinationals, US multinational, German multinational, Indian multinationals, and then in 2007, after 16 years, I thought enough is enough. Let me do something which I love to do. And I started my entrepreneur journey. Initially, it was tough. But later on, I went on going into that direction. And now I am very happy that I'm connected to National Innovation Council, which was constituted by the Prime Minister of India. And earlier, it was headed by Dr. Sam Pitroda and advised to the Prime Minister. Later on, we founded what we call it is India's first and the only city-based innovation council, that is Vadodara Innovation Council. And then we kept on moving into that innovation journey, entrepreneurship journey. And I'm now part of Baroda Management Association as an elected managing committee member. I'm part of Ahmedabad Management Association, conducting a lot of programs for corporates and MSME professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, and startup people. For roughly around 15 days, I work for corporates on conducting training programs on innovation, sales and marketing and strategy and business development and taking a company from one level to another level. But apart from that, remaining 15 days, I work voluntarily for school, for universities, for entrepreneurs, for startup people. And that journey is fantastic. And what I feel is really I'm blessed that I have an opportunity to in a way contribute to many people and success stories. In a way we are helping not only India but to the world for the growth for the good. What we call it is not just a growth, but it's a growth for the good, for the human being and the mankind. Yeah.
That's really great. And, being on the team of a council for the Prime Minister, and I'm sure that you're playing a very critical and awesome role. Being such a great role model for upcoming, young entrepreneurs. So let me, if may I ask, it's like, what are the expectations from these young entrepreneurs towards this so-called innovation management?
One thing is that now entrepreneurship is now catching up, startup catching up. Community is really, and society is now accepting it. In a way, it is compulsion also. I'll give you few statistics which might be disturbing. But in India, out of 5 MBAs, 4 do not get job. Out of 4 engineers, 3 do not get job. So in a way, it is a compulsion. And we always tell them that why you want to stand in a queue of getting an employment? Why can't you do something that tomorrow you will give an employment to others? And that's not only it's a passion, it's a dream realizing, but you are in a way helping the society, the world, India in a great way. So entrepreneurs, I would like to say only one thing is that you need to be very passionate. You should not give up. And you should accept the failure as a stepping stone to a success, because our society is still a bit rigid. They want you to be earning, but it's all about a journey. Initial journey is tough, but later on you will realize that the graph is growing and you will really have a satisfaction that I really contributed. And that satisfaction is amazing. So my message to the people is that don't give up, continue your journey, meet different people, and don't have only a selfish motive of earning and business and profit. No, you go beyond profits. It's about 3P. So profit, people, and planet. So think about the people, empower the people, and think about the planet, about the environment, and definitely you will get a success. So our vision should be bigger. Yes.
Well, definitely talking about profit, any entrepreneurship or the the person who are motivation is definitely the money to start with. Definitely something that they look forward to once they start the business. But when you said that don't just look for so what is the what should be their motivation? It is to start with, not just the money. So
see, you are right. Initially you require money, and fortunately now we have a system that people are ready to support you. There are banks, there are venture VCs. And so what you need, we have so many things happening across the world in India, including Thai, where you get a support. What you need is a mentor. You need someone who can support you, an expert on the domain knowledge. So that expert is required, a mentor is required. You need, of course, money. So VC and banks, people are ready to support you. Finally, you need help on the patents and the lawmakers who will make a patent for you. So this is initially a requirement, and initially you must focus initially on these 4 things. Later on, once you are comfortable with journey and you start earning, then you go to the next step where your role should be. So innovation, I believe, and entrepreneurship is about the 4-step process. You need to create a product and a service which is first affordable. Then, of course, you have to scale it up. So that's the second step. The third step is sustainability. How can you sustain it for a longer period? And the fourth is, of course, the speed, the way you do it, everything. So after all these 4 models, then, of course, you have to think that in a way, how can I actually bring more people into that journey? How can actually I solve the problem of the people? And that journey is fantastic.
That's definitely a great answer, actually, because connecting to this one that I was listening to your lecture, that reminds me of Shodh Yatra, something that you mentioned. A lot of us are not aware of it. So why don't we tell a little bit about that one so that we all can get involved in this as an NRIs and we can contribute, whatever or however we can to make that plan successful.
So Shodh Yatra is an amazing concept. It is from one NGO called Srishti. They are operating from Ahmedabad, and it is in fact the entire motivation is from Professor Dr. Anil Gupta, who is a professor in IIM Ahmedabad. But he is the force, he is a motivator, he is an inspirer to everyone. And this is a concept where we actually support, track, facilitate, and felicitate grassroots innovators. So Shodh Yatra, they have covered almost all the states. There are 36 Shodh Yatras across India, and we go to different states twice in a year, and we travel and we walk for 20 kilometers in a day. Invariably, we visit 6 to 7 villages. We talk to them, we see their innovations, and when we find that some innovations are really interesting, we then take it forward. We scale it up, we fund them, we in fact try to get a patent in their name, they get earning. Our aim is that good innovation should not only remain localized, it should be benefited and it should be spread across the world. So that's another concept. Shodh Yatra is a journey of 200 years. So we go back to the previous 100 years where there was a lot of traditional knowledge, and our elders, our dada dadi, nana nani, they have many good knowledge about some vanaspati, some food, some insects, some animals, and they have amazing ideas. Unfortunately, in this era, we are losing that. So we inspire the younger generation that at least you should interview 2 people in a week and note it down, create a document. And these are amazing things. Second is a Shodh Yatra that we want to take those traditional innovations to the next generation. So we want to patent it. We want to take it forward such that not only in Indian people, but across the world. And there are amazing solutions. There are frugal innovations. It's about frugal innovations, tracking, supporting, facilitating, and felicitating. And it's about the journey. We empower the rural people, the farmers, the local people. It's an amazing thing.
Well, that's really inspiring, because if anyone, or any of us at least find the solutions like that and put it into the patented plan and then take it to the higher heights, then definitely it will be a great successful story. And also, and you also mentioned innovation is a battle between mind and a mindset. So that's a great statement, because it's a very conflicting, like we already are talking about India Vision 2020, and also we are talking about entrepreneurship. So where do we connect here? What is the conflicting, issue? That's what's going on in here.
So probably, as far as my knowledge goes, India is the only country which has declared this decade 2010 to 20 as a decade of innovation. We have a mandate from the Prime Minister's office. We created what we call it as a India Grand Vision 2020. It's a policy document. In turn, it was discussed, debated a lot, and then we submitted to the Prime Minister, and then in turn it was submitted to the President of India. So we are having a roadmap, and it is a structure where National Innovation Council, State Innovation Council, Sectoral Innovation Council, City-Based Innovation Council, Community Services. It's about creating an ecosystem, providing a platform to those who want to innovate, those who want to become entrepreneur, those who want to do something extraordinary, hatke from the traditional job-oriented mentality. And we jokingly say that our role is we are all cheerleaders. We cheer them up. So entrepreneurship, as you have seen in the presentation, as compared to the big organizations, survival of the startup and the entrepreneur is much more better. Because when an organization goes beyond a limit, they invariably have barriers on innovation. So entrepreneurs and startup people innovate more than the corporates. So it is hand in hand, and they are adding a lot of value, because the entrepreneurs, their business model is economical, affordable, scalable, sustainable. So they are well equipped, and India needs that. Because mere corporates and big companies, they may not be able to really understand the problems of the bottom of the pyramid. So entrepreneurs are one who will able to solve those pain points and the problems.
So they can put a good foundation, and they can definitely contribute towards the chain to grow. So, talking about another interesting thing is being experienced over 23 years. So you have trained more than 15,000 plus professionals and parents, students, and you name it, and others. So is there just one magic tool or a strategy to motivate this so-called innovation in people who are interested?
Yeah, it's a fantastic journey for me, and having conducted more than 350 workshops for corporates, I had an opportunity to conduct programs from everyone, right from the chairman to the watchman, to the drivers, to the policemen, to the constables, and the toughest was truck drivers. I conducted full-day workshop for truck drivers in India. So those who can't read and write. So our role is that, it's about understanding them and giving them that what they want. But what I want to say is that empowering the people is more than motivation. Motivation is always external. Motivation is always limited. It can work for a few months. Our role is that we have to inspire the people. Inspiration comes from within. Once the person is inspired, that inspiration goes for a longer period. So as far as innovation is concerned, I always say passion is important. But passion is all about I, me, mine, and my success. So passion is important, but it's not really, it's more or less related to IQ. I think we need to go beyond passion. So we have to go to EQ, that is emotional quotient. It is about empathy and realizing, identifying others' pain points and saying, can I solve others' problem? And then you move from passion to compassion. you are growing, innovation happens. But again, mere IQ or EQ is not enough. Mere passion and compassion is not enough, because still there is I. You think I'm helping others. So the last stage, and that is the most stage, is the spiritual quotient, that is SQ. So you move from passion to compassion to devotion. And devotion is you are not doing anything. It's the God who is doing everything. You are only an instrument. You are a nimitt. And you realize that all this are your own brothers and sisters. You are not helping anyone. You are helping yourself. Right. And you become nimitt. It happens to you. And when you go to that stage, innovation just happens. It's a fantastic journey. And you are in a different world. And that has a bigger impact. So we have to move from motivation to inspiration. We have to move from passion to compassion to devotion. We have to move from IQ to EQ to SQ, that is spiritual quotient.
That's a very fantastic way to connect. In just one word to say, all this is whatever you do give yourself 100% without expectations. And definitely that gives a fantastic message for all these young generation, and being a great role model coming from you. I think that's a great message.
One message on this point. Somebody has beautifully said, you give but a little when you give your possessions. It is then you truly give when you give yourself. Innovation and entrepreneurship is about giving yourself. Deep from within, when you say that yes, then it happens. It's a different journey, and that has an impact. And that really, those positive vibrations really makes amazing things, and it creates wonders. We have to reach to that stage. And it happens if you are really honest and genuine from the depth of your heart. It happens. So I believe that entrepreneurs must somewhere down the line realize that. They must go beyond business and profits and business models and customers. They have to think, how can I actually go to that level? That's about empowering and inspiring the people.
Wow, that's really good to hear that. And, during the discussion, we also talked about, different fields that require innovation. It's definitely connected to entrepreneurship. And these are the divisions of entrepreneurship, like, for example, the healthcare. And we talked about that, how we can also do that. And also we talked about, the strategy, like one of your expertise is sales and marketing. So business strategies. So how do you, in a short few words, just, tell the viewers that, how do you create innovation in that particular matter?
Yes, a good point. It's a very relevant point, because what happens, the entrepreneurs and startup people, they come up with a product or a concept or a system or a business model. Now, what missing? See, they are good in that domain knowledge. Suppose somebody is from pharma, or somebody is from IT, or somebody is from any engineering point of view. Now, what happens is, the toughest part of innovation is not about developing a product or a system. It's not about invention. Invention ends when the product is developed and designed. The toughest journey is to get the market success, being successful at the marketplace. And that's where most of the people fail, because they don't have the knowledge on the business strategy, on the selling innovation, marketing innovation is the biggest challenge. So fortunately, I have worked for 13 years in the marketing and sales and marketing field. My expertise lies on that. So we talk to them that how can you actually get a market success? That is the tough part. So innovation starts from generating a new idea, passing through a process of creativity, and goes to invention and discoveries. But then the yardstick of measurement of innovation is their market success. That's where the business model, the marketing strategy, the selling strategy is much more important. Most of the entrepreneurs and startup people fail here. So here, we need to handhold those people, because they are not knowing about these things. So this is another area where people find it so tough. And that's where, as an individual from my own small organization, I get a lot of assignments. on those areas, and we really work, and it has created amazing success stories in many people. Another example was a lot of companies, when they start their operations in different countries, they are facing local issues, attrition rate, culture conflict, leadership issues. So that's where also we go and help, because we bring the outside perspective. So sometimes we say, "Ghar ki murgi dal barabar." And you are knowing, but when you say, the perspective is different. When outsider says the same thing, the perspectives are different. So there is an important role we have to play. And the return on investment is too huge. What you hire them, the return is too high. We must understand that.
So definitely concentrate on ROI. Definitely that will contribute to your success for sure. Okay, that's a great message also. So you came here all the way, so many thousands of miles away. It's an honor to have you here, and definitely I would like you to give your take-home message to all these youth who are enthusiastically creating new stuff every single day, dreaming about being a successful entrepreneur. So being a successful entrepreneur, so what's your message to them?
Message is, never give up. Take any failure as a stepping stone to success, and think beyond a very narrow perspective. I mean, you must get success at a business. You must have profit. You must earn. But at the same time, your bigger vision should be, how can you actually help your family, your society, your state, your country, and at the end, how can you really make an impact at a humanity and global issues? That is my message. So once you grow that, you will realize, and if you think in that direction, then I think, initially if you are very narrow-centric, you have to go to the success. But if your vision is big and you genuinely want to help others and selflessly want to contribute towards the mankind and the community, success comes to you. You don't have to go to success. Success will come to you. So believe in yourself, and I tell you, amazing thing happens. Because when you help others, that vibration, in a way, it comes back to you. You get amazing results because the entire universe helps you. And then nobody can fail you.
Well, thank you so very much for joining us today. And that was really an awesome and a pleasure meeting you here with us, and also hearing great words and your views and also advices, suggestions. And we really enjoyed having you here. And I would like to, on behalf of Desi Plaza TV, I would like to wish you all the best with your future mission. And definitely we would like to be a part of it as well. Thank you so much.